start with the 4 basic tenses, and we'll do a Kahoot based on these tenses. Now, could someone explain what present simple is? When should we use it?
All the time.
When you do something all the time. So let's say I eat lunch every day, right? That's true. So I eat lunch every day. Great. So it's something that happens all the time. Alright, and what's the negative of this? I don't or I do not eat lunch every day. Every day. Great. And what about the question form?
Do you eat lunch?
Eat lunch every day. Now we use this tense for hobbies and for actions that you always do all the time. Eating lunch, going to sleep, and things like that. So we have the subject, which is I, you, them, plus the verb, which is eat, jump, sleep, anything like that. Let's carry on. What about the present continuous tense? Could someone give me a...
At the moment.
At the moment, very good. So we have an action just like that. So could someone give me a sentence?
I'm
eat lunch. I eat lunch at the.
eating.
I'm eating lunch at the moment, very good. I am eating lunch
Cry.
at the moment. I'm just going to write ATM because there's not much space. ATM. Okay? What is the negative of that? I am eating lunch, so I am
I'm
not eating lunch. I'm not eating lunch at the moment. And finally, the question form. Are you eating lunch? Are you eating lunch at the moment? Alright, please remember, you can't write ATM in your exams. ATM means at the moment, right? I just don't have much space now. Alright, there's also one more use for the for present continuous tense, which is an action that's happening very soon. For example, I am meeting Pete at 7 p.m. That's another way of using present continuous tense. It's an action that's happening soon. Right? So, I am meeting Pete at 7 p.m. Great. Past simple. Oh, sorry, before we do that, let me just write this down. So it's subject plus am, are, and is plus verb in ing. Okay, great. So of course we can use these two different tenses for different times. Let's go on to past simple. I went to the shop yesterday. Yeah, we can make it a little bit simpler. Let's try to use these words here. Eat.
I was eat.
I ate lunch yesterday. Thank you. Great. And what about the other form? I didn't eat lunch yesterday. Great. Now I did not. Please remember this. We're using the infinitive form. Eat lunch yesterday. Great. And finally, we have the question form.
Did you?
Did you eat lunch yesterday? Very good. So did you eat lunch yesterday? Great. So where would this be in the chart? How can I draw it? Is it here or here?
Yeah.
Here. On the left side, because that's the past. Just to clarify, past, present, and future. Great. Finally, we have the past continuous tense. Now, these 4 tenses are the 4 most basic tenses. right? And they are used, I would say, about 90% of the time when we have a conversation. So these are the most important tenses.
Oh,
Right, past continuous tense. Could someone teach me this?
Yesterday I was eating. Yesterday I was eating.
Oh, very good. Yesterday, I was eating. I was eating at 7 o'clock. Very good. So we have an action that happened yesterday that was not completed at this time. Okay? Let's carry on. What's the negative? Yesterday I wasn't eating. Great. At 7 o'clock. And finally, we have the question form. Were you eating at 7 o'clock yesterday? Were you eating? Yeah. Okay. Now, this is the subject.
Cannot send.
Past tense form. This is the subject.
I think it's cannot send.
What do we need to add in between
It's too long.
the I and eating? We have to add was or
were.
were. Very good. Was or were plus verb ing. Right, magnificent. It looks so beautiful. Alright, now there's also one more special use for past continuous tense, which is if there are two actions going on at the same time, we also use past continuous tense. For example, yesterday at 7 o'clock, I was eating while Selena was singing. Right, that's another action. There's one last thing to remember about this. What do we remember about action verbs and state verbs? Pete, would you like to remind me? Which one do we use state verbs and action verbs with?
Action verb you with present continuous
Present continuous and one more?
and past continuous.
Past continuous, right. Action verbs are only for past continuous and present continuous. Oh, sorry. Action verbs can be used for all, right? But present continuous and past continuous only use action verbs. Alright? And which one can we use state verbs for?
Present simple and past simple.
Alright, so state verbs, action verbs, action verbs, now obviously there are exceptions, however, I'd just like to check. Could someone give me a state verb please?
Feel.
Feel, very good, one more.
Think.
Think, think is a bit close. Understand, that's a very good one. Feel, understand. Believe is another one. Right, and what about an action verb? Kick. See, yeah, one more. Kick and maybe jump. Right, so an action verb is something that you can see someone doing, and a state verb is something that you can't see someone doing. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Dad, for your help in filming that. Could you please send it to our WhatsApp group so that anyone who needs help can